The Black Wraith is a fearsome cutthroat battleship, but is it worth the massive price tag? Welcome back to the Meta Instincts channel. In today's video, we'll dive deep into its ultimate and unique skills, then benchmark its performance against the Armor Piercing Warhammer setup. Skills. Let's start with the Black Wraith's ultimate skills. Of the three available, Lethal Fury is the most desirable. Every time your fleet loses 5% of its total HP, this skill triggers. Each time it activates, the Black Wraith deals 400% of its attack as Cutthroat damage to the lowest HP enemy. It also increases the Cutthroat damage the target receives by 11%, stacking up to 4 times. Here's the crazy part, with 5% HP triggers, this skill can activate up to 19 times in a single battle. That adds up to a potential 7,600% total attack. That's a massive amount of damage. And because it targets the lowest HP enemy, it could land the finishing blow, making this ship a deadly finisher. In comparison, Stealth Arrow is underwhelming. It only deals 350% of attack every 8 seconds and doesn't compete. And same old trick? Well, that one's already available on the Warhammer. So there's no reason to spend hundreds just for this skill. Now moving on to the Black Wraith's unique skills. Critical Smash increases critical damage by 12% for 8 seconds when a Cutthroat with a critical hit land. It can stack up to 3 times and has a 2-second cooldown. Blitz increases Cutthroat damage by 40%, but this bonus drops by 6% every 10 seconds, down to a minimum of 18%. This gives you a powerful opening in battle, which is crucial when trying to eliminate enemy ships early on. Weakness Detection adds a straightforward 14% boost to Cutthroat damage. Finally, the Kingpin Strategy boosts overall ship attack by 6% and Cutthroat damage by 9%. If you bought the 800 token version, you would get Critical Smash, Blitz, and Weakness Detection. But how does this all translate into a real battle? If you're spending money on Sea of Conquest, GemZ has the best deal in the market. GemZ helps thousands of players save digital taxes and offers up to 15% discount on bundles. For example, UK players would pay over $127 for a 10,000 Gleamstones bundle. However, with GemZ it's just $87.99, saving over 30% from digital tax and discount. And you save even more as you spend. Plus, first-time users will get a $10 credit for any bundle. Inviting friends can earn you an additional $20 in in-game rewards. Take advantage of flash deals and giveaways on their Discord server. Click the link in the description and start saving today with GemZ. Benchmark. We benchmarked the Black Wraith against the Armor Piercing Warhammer setup using the same heroes and against the same opponents for consistency. The results were quite revealing. The Black Wraith itself inflicts a massive 20 million damage, far more than Warhammer's 6 million. Semekh performs similarly on both ships, sitting at around 50 million damage. But here's where it gets interesting. Skorn and Bones dealt significantly higher damage when paired with the Armor Piercing Warhammer. Skorn often doubled his output compared to the Black Wraith setup, and Bones also gained an extra 5 million damage. Why the difference? It's all because of the cost of strength, the ultimate skill that dramatically reduces enemy ship armor by over 14,000. Imagine the battleship has only 17,000 armor, it will be left with 3,000 armor by the armor piercing effect. This debuff allows Skorn and Bones to slice through targets with ease. But there's a catch. Semekh, being a gunner, should probably strike first and activate the debuff after his rage skill. So, he doesn't get to benefit from the reduced armor. That's why his numbers stay roughly the same in both setups. So, while the Black Wraith deals heavy damage on its own, the overall fleet damage is still lower than an optimized Armor Piercing Warhammer setup. And here's the best part, Warhammer is free to play. You don't need to spend $500 to get it working at peak performance. Now, does that mean the Black Wraith is a complete waste? Not exactly. Black Wraith can be an upgrade over Boreas if you already use a double Cutthroat setup. But if you're thinking of spending $500 just for this slight improvement, think twice. It might not be worth that price tag. Instead, consider red ship parts like Iron Blood or Sea God's Blessing. These offer far better improvement. With Iron Blood alone, we boost your Warhammer's damage from 100 million to 140 million. That's a 40% increase and costs far less than the Black Wraith. Please comment Iron Blood if you want to learn more about this part. Alright, it is the end of the sharing today. Please like and share it with your members. I'm Alan from Meta Instincts. See you soon.